Stoughton Farmers Market, Carlos and I, and we're doing our shopping for the next group of shows. So
right. We need to get some fresh produce.
Yep,
Our
we
do.
Laura's
here.
Laura's here from Lane Gardens.
Right.
She's going to help us, and today is something extra special. We're going to get some grass-fed beef to do a dinner show, whole dinner. Carlos is going to grill.
We're going to grill.
Yep, we're going to hopefully grill unless it's pouring rain. And we're going to make a whole dinner, like salad, dinner, and now we're sort of discussing dessert a little bit too.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
So, Laura, thank you so much for helping us and getting us the food to help with
My
this.
pleasure.
So can you get us the meat?
Sure, I'd love to.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
So tell everyone what that is.
It's a filet mignon.
Yeah.
It's great. My cousin actually raises the beef. He raises the cows. They are grass-fed. He doesn't inject them with any hormones or antibiotics.
So fabulous.
It's just pure fresh.
Yeah. I bought this cut one of the weeks ago. It was delicious.
Was it?
Delicious.
Yeah.
Very tender and very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're over here with CJ at Fairmount Fruit Farm, and he's been kind enough to donate some other things for the recipes we're going to make. So tell us a little about kale. Maybe
This is
CJ can tell us, huh?
What type of kale?
It's a kale base. It's just a normal traditional green leaf.
And it's a baby kale, so
Yeah,
it'll go great in salad.
Yep.
And then we've got the white peaches.
So we need white peaches.
Peaches, we're going to grill these white peaches. It's going to be fabulous. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Get Fresh, Stoughton's own cooking show. We have with us today, as usual, Chef Laura McDougall from Home Plate Advantage and sous chef Carlos Vargas from Vargas & Vargas Insurance. And we're going to cook for you pretty much a whole dinner show today. So Carlos is going to be doing some grilling. We're going to make a great kale salad. And we're doing grilled peaches, which I have never done. And we're Laura will tell us how to maybe make that a dessert item. So let's begin.
You want to start get your steak?
Sure, absolutely. So we have this great steak that we got from the market.
It's filet mignon
It's a filet mignon. Just going to
from Winfield
do a little
Farms.
bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. And just, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Just drizzle a little bit of olive oil on it. You kind of make sure it's all coated a little bit.
What cut is that?
This is a filet.
A filet mignon.
It's a
And it's
filet mignon.
grass-fed
Yeah,
beef?
sure is.
From Winfield Farms.
And you want to season it really liberally here. Yeah, make sure you get a lot of salt on there.
The fire burns it right off.
It does, yeah. And what's left on there just chars up real good.
Yeah.
Carlos is a champion griller. He grills a lot.
Grill master.
Yeah, grill
Enjoys it,
master.
yeah.
And I'm just going to throw a little bit of cracked pepper on here.
You could put some fresh herbs too and things if you wanted to at this
Towards
point.
the tail end of the
or
process, or would you?
Let it kind of sit for a little bit,
Yeah.
marinate if you
If we
wanted
wanted
to.
to do that at one point, sure.
But the
Right.
truth
You
be
could do
told, a
that.
good piece of meat, salt
Right,
and pepper
a
is
good
really
piece
all
of
you
meat
That's all you
need.
need.
Too
So
much.
Right, right.
Absolutely.
you
That's all
don't
we
always
need.
have to dress it up, right?
Yeah, right.
So Carlos is got the filet mignon ready, and he's going to cut up some Laura's cutting the peaches.
I'm going to cut some peaches. So we
Okay.
want to just cut the peaches right in half. This one's beautifully ripe, so it
These are
comes
white
right
peaches,
apart.
just so you know,
From the
which
farm?
I'm told are sweeter
Yeah, absolutely.
than regular
And the
peaches.
pit comes right out. And we're just gonna, if you would just drizzle a tiny bit of olive oil. This is a very light olive
On the
oil.
peaches?
Yep. You don't want to do a dark olive oil on this. Just a nice light olive oil or a little bit of canola oil.
Thank you.
Because you don't want to overpower the peach itself. That one's got a little hanger on.
Yeah.
Let go.
That happens.
And these came from Fairmount Farms,
These came
right?
from Fairmount Farms.
Just kind
Yeah.
of, just want a light brush.
And we were lucky to grab them kind of near the end of peach season.
Absolutely.
And again, you're just
but-
kind of going right around the belly button, just real quick for people.
Right.
Just right around the belly button, and then twist. So nice and easy.
Right.
And these are just going to get grilled up, if you don't mind, while you're out there
No.
doing your steak.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Love to
3-4
grill
minutes, and they're just going to get a nice
was a little bit
caramelization.
too
You're going
much.
to put them
And rub it
face
around.
down, basically.
Right, yep,
Let the
yep.
little round part stand up.
And you don't put anything else on these now? huh?
Nothing else yet. We're going to finish them up with a beautiful mint pesto, which is going to just really give it a nice freshness. But I'm also going to save a couple and show you how to make a great dessert
Oh,
too.
wonderful. Thank you.
Great.
Because
the
dessert is
dessert
always
is.
part of a full dinner
It's dinner without
in
it.
my book.
Absolutely.
So I'm
So-
going to go to the grill, ladies.
Carlos is going to the
Alrighty.
grill.
I'll see you in a
Take
bit.
some tongs with you.
Absolutely.
Right, and in
And
the
we'll
mean-
check in on Carlos while he's grilling in a few minutes.
that's right. In the meantime, we're going to get that pesto started. So we've got some
Okay.
nice fresh mint here. It's been washed.
Here's your sauce.
I believe this is from Carlos's garden. They
Yeah,
didn't have any
the
at the
mint was from
market.
Carlos's garden.
Which, oh, I love that smell, don't you?
I do.
So
It's
good.
terrific.
Can you smell?
Oh, it's wonderful.
So nice and fresh.
I've been told that mint keeps animals out of people's herb gardens.
I've heard that too. I've heard that too. I don't know why. It would draw me in personally, but I don't know.
Right.
I guess it's a natural pesticide, herbicide,
Right.
pesticide.
Yeah,
pesticide.
Yeah, must be.
So we're going to use about a quarter of a cup of mint. Seems like a lot, but we need something to make our pesto. And we've done some pestos before. Pesto basically paste, but we're going to mix it up. If you want to give that just a rough chop, Sharon,
Sure.
you don't have to go too far. And then we're going to throw it in our little mini prep because we want to make a nice smooth paste out of it. And there's just not enough knife chopping to make that a paste.
Okay.
So it'll just be easier. And we're
Take
going to
the
add a
cover
little.
off of this. Yeah. Love my little chopper.
It is a great thing. You can do this in the blender too if you wanted to.
Then no liquid in here, just this?
We're going to add a
Chop
little
it?
bit of honey
Okay.
and just make sure I have, and then some almonds. So we are going to add in 2 tablespoons of honey.
2
So just
tablespoons?
2 quick pours
Yeah.
basically.
1.
I knew I'd get you not measuring.
There you go.
And then we're going to add in, let me just make sure my ratios are good, about a quarter cup of almonds. I have just some sliced almonds here. And we're just going to give that a nice, give it a couple quick pulses, get it so that it's chopped up. That looks good. This can be left a little bit rough chop. Do you need a little spoon or something to
Oh,
push
you
that
want it,
down?
you're ready, all done with it?
Well, no, push some of these bigger
Oh, I
pieces
see.
down. So I was saying, you don't want it necessarily as pasty or as like,
This is a learning show for me. That's why I wanted to do a cooking show.
saucy, but
Okay.
more of like a really rough chop on it, and just so it's nice little pieces. We're going to finish that on the
I
peaches.
guess that's it.
That looks good. So you can see how it's just like it's a coarse grind, really, and not so much of a paste in there. And that's going to go on top of our peaches when they come off the grill.
Okay,
It'll
so
be
we
great.
can just leave this over here for now.
Yeah, so
Great.
now we're going to do a kale salad. And this is, we've used baby kale in the past. This is actually the full-grown kale. This is
the
from the
adult
market.
kale.
The adult kale,
Yep.
yes. This was
was
from the market
Carlo.
too?
Yeah, you know, yes, it was. It was from the farmer's market, and I believe it came from Fairmount Fruit Farm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now the trick with kale is you have sort of the leafy side and the back side. Take the back side, flip the leaf over, take the back side, take your 2 fingers, and then just run down. This is so beautiful. It's not as tough. But on the tougher ones, you can see it just takes off the hard stem from the leaf. And we're just
pull it
gonna
down like
just
that.
pull it down. We're gonna break it in bite-sized pieces. And this has been washed as well.
What about the massaging?
We're
huh?
gonna massage that next. Yeah, this
They
lucky
talked about
kale
massaging
salad.
kale, and that's a whole new thing for me, guys.
Yeah. And massaging kale is exactly like it sounds. We're going to massage it up, get it so that it breaks down a little bit tender. And that's just going to make a nicer salad than having something that's, you know, kind of tough and a little bitter. So we're going to put a little bit of lemon juice in there. Just enough to kind
And
of
lemon
coat
juice
it.
softens it?
It does soften it. So, you know, right now you could see these leaves are kind of tough.
They
And
are.
you're just going to kind of, you know, think about like your pet and you're kind of rubbing the back of their head and you just kind of, you know, do that kind of motion. And you'll see it starts to soften up the leaves a little bit.
Really?
You can see them
Interesting.
changing color. They get a little bit brighter green. No, it sounds weird, but it works.
Fascinating.
And then to this, for the bitter greens, you like to sweeten it up a little bit. We're going to add some really nice dried cranberries in here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep. We're also going to add some of our squash that's been roasted up.
All right, we did pre-roast some squash, so you didn't have to wait for us to do it.
That's right. And we have a beautiful delicata, which is the yellow squash with the green stripes in it. I hope you can see that around the little bit of brown. And we're just going to, we drizzled it with a little olive oil, salt, pepper. We're just going to slice that up. And then we have some Marcona almonds too. Now, Sharon, you just tried these for the first time,
I did,
didn't you?
and they are good. Laura said, get Marcona almonds for this recipe. And I was like, no, what's the matter with regular almonds? But once I tasted them, I knew why.
And they're Marcona almonds are from Spain. They're a sweeter, rounder, slightly softer almond.
Right, right.
And the ones, if they're raw, they're fine, but these, as you notice, have a little sheen, and they bake them or roast them with a little bit of olive oil and salt for flavor. So we throw in our chopped up squash, the delicata, you can eat the skin.
And I think we're going to have to check on Carlos to
Yeah,
see how
I
he's
wanna make
doing
sure
at
he's
the
not
grill,
under-
because we don't want our steak to be bad. So we're going to pause a few minutes and we're going to go see what Carlos is doing.
We'll just finish up and toss in those ingredients we talked about.
Thanks.
We'll see you back
We'll
here
be right
soon.
back.
So I put the peaches on, I'm going to close the grill, and really there's a few secrets to having an amazing steak. First is you close the grill and you don't keep opening it, making sure that the heat does its goodness to that hunk of meat. You want to make sure you get a great cut of beef. You know, don't skimp on the cut of beef because it's really, nobody likes to eat an awful piece of steak. Make sure that you cover it with a lot of salt and pepper, and just let it do its goodness here. In about 4 or 5 minutes, you're going to have a great meal for you and your friends.
Hi everyone, we're back in the kitchen. Laura and I, Carlos is still out at the grill. The steak needs a little bit more time. So this is the salad that we had started. Laura added the cranberries.
We had the massaged kale, a little lemon juice, and just kind of softened up the kale. Our roasted delicata squash that we just sliced up.
Right.
Your Marcona almonds. And
Delicious
the dried cranberries. We've halved up some nice cherry tomatoes. Those were from the market as well.
Yep, they were.
Yeah, they have beautiful tomatoes. These are gorgeous. And then you want to add a little cheese in just for a little saltiness. We're using some beautiful blue cheese here today. I'm just going to chop that up a little bit more.
And this was from Say Cheese.
Yeah, but you can use, you can use feta. You can use cheddar, feta
Right.
cheddar.
Feta cheddar.
Feta cheddar.
Cheese is great. It
Some of
adds
that-
to everything.
Yeah, I mean, that manchego would be really good.
Right.
You can do anything you want. We like
Right.
blue cheese. I think it's really
Right.
good.
Right.
And then we're going to, if you could, add a little blue
Sure.
cheesy. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of sunflower seeds.
Just
and
enough over the top?
Just
or?
yeah, a small handful. Just kind of sprinkle them in. And that's going to give a little crunch, a little saltiness,
are.
a little vitamin E. And then we're just going to, you can see it's absolutely gorgeous. And then we're just going to kind of toss that up. You have all those fancy salad tongs. The hands are still the best.
Yeah, hands are terrific in cooking.
There we go.
When we make a salad, I always look at it before we toss it and think, it looks so beautiful. And then I toss it and it
know.
looks not as beautiful.
I know. Well, if you can lay it out on a platter and have all the beautiful vegetables on top. But then I find everybody eats all the good stuff and
Well,
you're
they
left
do.
with
They
the
pick
lettuce.
off the top and then
Yeah,
you're left
this way they
with
have to think about
whatever's
it.
here. So this is a wonderful,
Scoop
dig
from the
down,
bottom, yeah.
right, dig down. This is
So there you
a
go.
wonderful kale salad with a lot of different things in it. We've got tomatoes, we've got cheese, we've got squash, we've got almonds,
Sunflower seeds,
sunflower
kale.
seeds. Oh, it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, everyone, so we're done with our salad, and now we're going to go back and check on the steaks and the peaches and
should
see
be
how
done.
they're doing. Thanks.
Yep.
So I've pulled the peaches off because the peaches don't take too long to cook. So right now I'm going to check the steak, and the steak, it looks like it's almost done, right? And a good way to check if the steak is done is by doing this palm method. So if the steak feels like this, it's really medium rare on the rare side, medium, going out towards a medium well, and then the well done. So really that steak is probably like a medium to a medium well. So I'm going to pull it off. It's almost ready to eat it. I've gone in and I've got a new clean platter here. I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to close this. I'm going to shut off the grill. I think I'm turning it on, and it's done. We'll see you inside.
So here's Carlos with the steak and the grilled peaches.
Nice.
How did
Welcome
they- how'd
back.
they do?
Oh, they smell so good.
Oh, wonderful.
The peaches.
There's
Oh,
the
nice
spot.
job.
Yeah,
Oh, they look terrific.
steak looks
yeah,
great,
very,
too.
very
Yeah.
nice and yummy.
steak did really well.
Oh, it did very well. Looks
So
just
how long
like
did
filet.
you cook that?
That was a little thicker, so I cook that probably 3 minutes on one side, rotate it to kind of get just a little cross edges to do the presentation, like some
Absolutely.
chefs have showed me how to do the presentation.
Yeah.
And then I flipped it over and maybe about 7 minutes on the other side, and we're probably a medium there. So
Which is
it's
perfect.
yeah.
Did you tell everybody about
I did. I
this?
showed it out there, the
There's so
different
many
ways
little
to
tricks,
figure out.
hard to
Yeah.
know.
And if you
People
don't,
have a lot of problems cooking steak, and they're nervous
Yeah.
about it.
Well, you got to start with a good piece of beef.
Correct.
Right? It's, you know, if you're
Absolutely.
gonna, as I said, if you're gonna eat steak, you know, which I love,
Right.
it's got to be good. Nobody likes to eat shoe
Right,
leather,
no,
right?
no.
but just remember, you can always throw it back on. You can't take it back if you go
Correct.
over.
Good
So
point,
we
yeah.
always
Right
go a
out
little
first.
bit under.
And some people use meat thermometers all
Yeah.
the time. But
Yeah,
Sure.
I like to
135.
just tell the feel. of
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
there.
So shall we
Medium,
cut it
medium rare.
and let
Let it
everybody
rest,
see?
let
it
Oh,
rest.
You always
let
let
it
it
rest
rest.
10 minutes.
So
You
when
could
you-
put herb butter on that.
Absolutely,
Don't
yeah.
they say to put a pat of butter on a steak and that?
Yeah.
Good steakhouses
Yeah.
do
Yes.
that. Yeah. But a
Yeah.
filet,
Yeah.
I'll leave it here to
The
decide.
filet, I eat the filet without anything on it. It's
Okay.
just so.
So here's our
Great
delicious
cut of
grilled
beef.
white peaches. And how long did they take?
They took about 3 minutes because
Oh,
that
wow.
grill was cranking.
yeah, it's always like everything.
Yeah.
That's a really nice grill there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we have in here, we have our mint, our honey, and our almonds. That's our little pesto. And we're just going to top our peaches with a little bit. Again, using the fingers. The fingers are the best tools.
Oh, it looks very pretty now.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
So this is a nice little side dish. And let's just get the rest of it. We don't want to waste any of that. A little bit sticky. And that just makes a nice presentation
that's-
and
yeah.
goes really well. It'll go with the steak, it'll go with chicken, it'll go with a lot of different meals.
Right, this is a delicious side. And I had said to Laura, peaches, I want them to be a dessert.
I know,
So
I
Laura's
know.
going to tell
We don't
us
do
how
dessert.
it could be a dessert.
Well, I left two here for you, and we didn't bring all the different options, but you could certainly, top them with a little brown sugar. You could do a little, do like warm down a little bourbon and butter and pour that over. It'd be
Oh,
really
yum.
good. Or you could take them right off the grill, nice scoop of ice cream, get a little salted caramel or just some nice caramel sauce, good quality, add a little bit of sea salt to it, and throw in some of those chopped Marcona almonds that are in our salad. And I tell you, it would be delicious.
And then you don't feel so guilty because you're not eating a big, heavy, high-calorie dessert. You know,
well,
you're
the
eating.
caramel and the ice cream is a little
Okay,
high calorie.
okay.
For the healthy people, you can do a little yogurt.
My sister
yogurt.
made almost a chunky chutney out of peaches and some sweet liquid. I don't know, and we put it on top of sherbet.
like-
That
and
would
that
be
was
really
really
good.
very
Yeah,
nice
you
as
could use
well.
that, slice it up, and save it for
So
later.
there you have it. Oh,
And our
and
salad.
wait, we have a delicious, delicious bread. Carlos, why don't you cut it for
Sure,
us? And I'll
absolutely.
move this away. We have a delicious sun-dried tomato loaf that is going to go great with the steak and the peaches and the kale salad. And we'll show you all that together. How wonderful. This was from O'Brien's Bakery. And
That's fine.
I selected this one because I just thought the color went with everything we were making.
Absolutely. Love
There
sun-dried
we are.
tomatoes, too.
Yeah, I like sun-dried tomatoes too.
And one thing on, any of these, you can mix and match a little bit if you wanted to add, like the herb butter, as you suggested, Sharon, be a great idea. You could, mix up your kale salad, and you can have, you can do, yellow raisins in there if you don't like the cranberries or anything sweet. You could do some fresh peaches in there in the summertime.
Right.
You could do anything you like and really make it fun. So add nuts instead of the sunflower seeds, all kinds of great ideas.
So we're almost done, but I'd love to see the inside.
You'd like to see
One of
the inside.
those.
Is that
The
what you
true
like me to do?
test.
I want to see
gonna grab
the
it.
inside.
It's like Master Chef. What
That's
color?
right, yeah.
Oh,
This is a little bit too done, right? I
Well,
like mine
it's
a little bit on
depends
the
how you
rare
like
medium
it.
side.
well,
Depends
I
how
was
you
going
like
to
it.
say. That
Yeah.
looks a little medium
Try this
well.
one. This one's a little bit on the rare side.
That's
This
nice
one's-
medium
Right.
rare.
That's mine.
That one's
That's
Delicious.
my
No,
flavor.
excuse me, that's mine.
That's yours. There you go. It's yours.
We're fighting.
Ladies first. No, it's
And
yours.
look at the delicious juices.
I'll have the kale
Oh,
salad.
how wonderful. Yeah, she's eating the kale salad. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Wait for another installment,
Yeah.
and we'll continue as long as we are able. And if you like it, please don't hesitate to call and let us know, ask questions. You
Tell
can
us
find
what
all
you'd
the
like to see, too.
Pardon me?
I think we'd take suggestions on what people want to see
Sure.
cooked.
Yeah,
so.
please tell us what
Yeah.
you'd like to see, what you'd like to know, what you'd like to, Laura to teach us or explain. We're more than willing to do any of it.
Yeah,
Thank you so
great.
much. Bye from all of us, the Get Fresh
Take care.
team.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.